Yo, join the community if you're new to the channel by subscribing, and thumbs this video up if you happen to enjoyed it. Yo, you guys heard? Have you guys heard the news? Bermane Stivern. Beware. You know the guy that got knocked out in like 30 seconds against Deontay Wilder? You know, the most irrelevant heavyweight in the heavyweight division. The guy who fights like once every 2-3 years. Apparently he's coming back. And he's coming back this February to face none other than the juggernaut himself. The juggernaut himself, Joyce. Joyce. And they're going to be fighting in the undercard of because Chris Eubank Jr. and James DeGale are going to be fighting. And these guys are going to be fighting on the undercard. So it's not confirmed yet, but I'm seeing a lot of reports that they're saying that this is going to be the fight in the undercard. Bermane Stivern versus Joyce. So if this fight actually happens, oh, it's going to be a sad sight, people. I'm telling you, man, this is going to be this is a mismatch right here, Joyce versus Bermane Stivern. First of all, Bermane Stivern is shot. All right, he's absolutely shot. He's overweight. He's inactive. This has a recipe for disaster written all over for Bermane Stivern. Almost like the way it had a recipe for disaster when he fought Deontay Wilder. I remember when he fought Deontay Wilder, I made a video saying that this was going to be a mismatch. I expect Deontay Wilder to absolutely destroy Bermane Stivern because during that particular time, Stivern had not fought in 2 years. Right? And Stivern looked poor against a guy like, I already forgot that guy, that bum he got dropped against. Rossi, I forgot his first name, but Rossi dropped him. Rossi has like 25 losses. He's a journeyman times 5. He dropped Stivern. Stivern was coming off a 3-year layoff. And then he gets destroyed against Wilder. Everyone knew that was going to happen, right? Well, Bermane Stivern has not fought since he got absolutely, destroyed against Wilder. He hasn't fought since November of 2017. And now he's going to go in there against if this does happen now he's going to go in there against a young heavyweight like the Juggernaut. A guy who's motivated, a guy who's hungry, a guy who wants to be a champion one day. That is a recipe for disaster. I see this going one way and one way only, and that is an ass whooping that Bermane Stivern will receive. And you want to know what's funny? When Joyce destroys Bermane Stivern, because you know people love to compare. So when Joyce destroys Bermane Stivern, people will compare it to Deontay Wilder. And you want to know what the Deontay Wilder fans are going to say? They're going to say, oh, pfft. Especially if Joyce destroys Bermane Stivern in the same fashion that Deontay Wilder destroyed him, like in 1 or 2 rounds, and makes it a quick, easy knockout for him. I guarantee you the Deontay Wilder fans will not give Joyce credit, and they'll say something like, "Oh, Bermane Stivern was old. He was coming off a layoff. Nah, he was old. He wasn't the same since he got knocked out against Deontay Wilder." People love saying that excuse. He wasn't the same. Every time a guy gets knocked out, that's what they're gonna say. But funny enough, these same people were praising Deontay Wilder when he knocked out fucking Bermane Stivern, and Bermane Stivern was in the same situation that he was going into this fight against Joyce. He was coming off a 2-year layoff, and he was old. He was an old fighter. He was overweight. You see how fat he looked against Deontay Wilder? Yeah, they were giving him credit for that. Oh, he beat Stivern, dude. He beat Stivern. But watch them not get Joyce credit. You know, unbelievable. How boxing fans will give a certain fighter that they're a fanboy of credit, but then if the other fighter does the exact same thing, not gonna give him no credit. This is a mismatch, people. An absolute mismatch. Mark my word. If this fight takes place, Bermane Stivern will get destroyed. I don't even know why Bermane Stivern is still fighting. Like, he's too old to be fighting. He should retire. He's at least 41 or something. The man's 41. Retire, man. Retire. Like, he's irrelevant. Even when Bermane Stivern was in his prime, he was irrelevant. Bermane Stivern is the most irrelevant boxer in the heavyweight division. Like, he's so irrelevant. Like, I don't know what happened to his career. Maybe he wasn't managed correctly, but One thing I never liked about Stivern was he would fight like once every 2 years. Like even before he fought Deontay Wilder, look at how inactive he was. Before he fought Deontay Wilder, he had not fought in like 10 months. And it was, and like the last fight prior to Deontay Wilder, he was coming off like a 10-month layoff, and it was against Chris Arreola. And then before that, he was coming off a 1-year layoff, and it was against, he had a fight with Chris Arreola again. And then before that, he hadn't fought in like 2 years. So like Bermane Stivern has literally fought like 4 times in the past 10 years. It's not even a joke. He's literally fought 4 times. This is going to be his 5th time if he does fight against Joyce. Since 2009, the man has fought like, 4 times. Extremely inactive. I don't know why he continues to fight. I think he should just retire. He talked all this shit about Deontay Wilder, saying he was going to spank Deontay Wilder, saying Deontay Wilder was this, that. And then he got embarrassed against him in the first fight. And then he got destroyed in 30 seconds against Deontay Wilder in the rematch. Like, dude, just retire. I'm actually happy he didn't fight Alexander Povetkin. If you guys remember, he was supposed to fight Alexander Povetkin, but then Alexander Povetkin tested positive for PEDs. And I'm actually glad that didn't happen, because I'm telling you right now, had he fought Alexander Povetkin, he would have got knocked the fuck out. It would have been over. He would have got destroyed. That shit would have been a massacre. It would have been a horrible scene, But yeah, this is a recipe for disaster. Bermane Stivern, mark my words, is gonna get starched out. He's gonna get starched out. It's gonna be it's gonna look bad. It's gonna be bad. They better have a paramedics ready and 911 ready and the EMTs ready to give Bermane Stivern, all type of medical attention, because he's gonna need it. He's gonna need it, especially after the ass whooping that Joyce will give him. I like Joyce as a fighter. I think Joyce is a talent. So a lot of people don't like Joyce. I see he has haters. I think he's a talent. I think he's an underrated talent. I think he's an underrated UK heavyweight talent. I think he's good. And I think we're going to see an ass whooping. Matter of fact, I know we're going to see ass whooping. Anyway, guys, that's all I have to say. What do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of this fight, Bermane Stivern versus Joyce? Again, it's not confirmed, but they're making it seem like it will happen. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think like me that this is a mismatch? That this is going to be an easy one-sided beatdown that Bermane Stivern will receive in the hands of Joyce? Or maybe you guys think different. Maybe you guys think this is a more competitive fight. Maybe you guys think Bermane Stivern still has it. He might be able to still give Joyce a competitive fight. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below of this video. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. And if you enjoyed the video, thumbs the video up. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.